Mr. Timmons, where are you?
Are you sure we should do this?
Well, I don't think we have any choice. We need a forensics report to find out whose blood was on that nail.
I know, but I mean, he's your friend. We're gonna ask him to run tests and not tell Keith?
I really don't think he'll mind, believe me. One time, Mel refused to alter a report to suit Keith's purposes, and as a result, he didn't see a promotion for 2 years. I think Mel will be happy to help.
Hey, if it'll screw Timmons up, you'll do anything short of manslaughter.
Hey, man, how you doing? Good to see you.
Cruz, nice to see you.
This is my wife, Eden. This is
Hi.
Mel.
Nice to meet you.
There are wives that actually look like this?
Hey, give the guy a raise.
What's up, man?
Listen, man, we need some blood work done, and it has to be on the QT.
Oh, well, mum's the word. I'll call you in about an hour.
Thank you very much, brother.
So he calls us in an hour, identifies the blood type, we identify our unknown visitor.
Well, maybe.
You don't sound overly optimistic.
Well, if it turns out to be one of the more common types of blood, it'll be difficult to pin on any one person who was there that night.
Guess even if we do find out who it is, we can't pin them to that particular night unless comatose dreams are suddenly ruled admissible.
Yeah, well, don't worry about that.
Why not? Are you?
No, I'm not. We got a secret weapon working for us.
Really? What is it? I'm dying to know.
Well, dreams may not be admissible in court, but somehow you found a way to get back there that night. You came close to the truth. If you can just point me in the right direction, I'll find the evidence to back you up on this.
Sweetie, we don't know that the guy who knocked Craig over the head is the person who killed Quinn.
How many people you figure were there that night? Besides, even if the Craig knocker wasn't the Quinn killer, he still might have been the Kelly setter-upper, and we're that much closer to the truth.
I love it when you use technical police terminology.
Oh, yeah? You mean like, driving under the influence? Issue an APB, Sergeant. Book 'em dinner.
Oh, please. Wait till we get home. You know, I know you're only trying to make me feel better. I know that.
I'm not.
I know that everything I know about that night really isn't helping you. We not only can't prove who killed Quinn, we have no clue who he is.
Or she.
Or she.
In any case, I don't think we should get all down in the mouth about this.
I'm just being realistic. I mean, the nail and the blood didn't really help you very much.
Well, it hasn't helped much yet, but it may still. Although what would really help is if you could remember something else about that night.
I'll try.
But don't worry about it. Even if we can't find out who killed Quinn right now, Keith can't pin this on you. He doesn't have a shred of evidence.
Mr. Timmons? No! Expletive.
What are you doing?
To quote you, Keith, what does it look like I'm doing?
You can't pack my clothes. You're not throwing me out. I'm leaving. I'm mad at you. You're not mad at me.
I am now, Keith. I stood here trying to bare my soul to you, trying to make you understand my feelings and how...
Oh, don't tell me I didn't take your feelings seriously enough.
No, Keith. You saw the little message light blinking on the phone, and suddenly our discussion was over, just like that.
Well, you know, I still do have a job. And our discussion was over when you said you wouldn't marry me.
No, I didn't say I wouldn't marry you. I just said I didn't want to do it at the McWedding Chapel, that's all. Oh, Keith. This was supposed to be our honeymoon, and here we are yelling at each other. I'm sorry if I hurt you. I really am.
387D. I think that's about evidence.
You know what you can do with your evidence, Keith?
Or is it about witnesses? Do you think something happened to Fleur?
Fleur? Did something happen to Fleur? Well, I don't know if anything happened to Fleur, unless perhaps Fleur is really Flame. Did something happen to Flame? Well, I don't know. Only if all my prayers have been answered and her electric curlers finally short-circuited while they were still in her hair.
Now we get to the truth. This isn't about the wedding chapel. This is about your unreasonable, obsessive jealousy.
Well, I'm surprised she didn't invite her to the ceremony. After all, she would have fit right in. I mean, there we were at my wedding, and the minister's complaining of plantar warts. My mother looks like she smells something bad because she does. And you could have had your star witness there, sitting in one of those cute little velvet chairs, making Kim Basinger look like Barbara Bush. And then she could have been ready to give you the deposition you'd never forget.
I have to call A. Bartlett.
You do that, Keith, before this is settled. And it's over. I mean it. It's over. I'm sorry to break this to you, but sooner or later you're gonna have to take care of my wants and my needs.
You want a big wedding in Santa Barbara.
That's right.
Gina, you know what's wrong with a wedding like that? It's just so, stupid.
Oh, Keith, don't sugarcoat it.
No one in Santa Barbara likes us. No, that's not true. Most people loathe us. No one in Santa Barbara would come to our wedding, except for your mother, Brandon, Flame, A. Bartlett Congdon, and his mother. And I don't think that's what you have in mind.
Well, you could do something about that, couldn't you?
You want me to pay people to come to our wedding?
Well, why not, if it'll make the Capwells miserable?
Out of the question. I spent all the money buying my way back into office.
Right. You spent all the money on you, for your wants. So you got to accuse Kelly Capwell of murder, and I get nothing.
I have to answer that. I have to. What?
Finally. Sir, I have been trying to reach you.
Yeah, I got your message. What the hell's a 387D? Don't you ever use words?
You don't know what a 387D is? Actually, it's pretty easy to figure out. The first digit, 3, indicates that it's a forensics matter. The 8 refers to the appropriate department. In this case...
What the hell have you got?
I've got a lot of things. Eden and Cruz Castillo were just here.
Eden? What happened to her coma?
She seems to have bounced back, but that's not all. The 387D, it's good, sir. It's so good.
Don't toy with me, A. Bartlett.
It's an evidence report. A .38 caliber gun was found near the site of Eden Castillo's vehicular accident, and it has her prints on it.
Oh, thank you.
How's the fire?
This fire is excellent.
Do you think that poking this fire over and over and over again will make Mel call any quicker?
You think you're so smart.
I think I'm pretty smart. I mean, you're walking around here all calm, cool, and collected, thinking it's going to keep me from worrying.
What is the point of me walking around all calm, cool, and collected to keep you from worrying if you point it out to me?
Because it works. You walk around here all calm, cool, and collected, and, I don't worry anymore. I'm fine.
Really?
You know that.
Really?
Yes.
You don't feel like we're standing at the bottom of a tall mountain and Keith Timmons is at the top with his finger on a huge boulder?
I feel invincible. I mean, a couple of days ago, I was wandering around God only knows where, but now I'm home with my family. And I'm sitting with you in front of a beautiful fire. And I have an inkling that that boulder is going to fall on Keith Timmons' toes.
I like it when you talk. When you were in the hospital, it was me doing all the talking and talking and talking, and I got stupider by the day.
I think I came back because you talked to me so much. And I'd like to think that we're at the beginning of a very long conversation.
Well, last I heard, actions speak louder than words. Now, you realize if this wasn't to do with a murder charge against you, I would ignore it.
What's a murder charge compared to marital bliss?
What, indeed? Yeah. What do you got, Mel? Well, we're not ready to do anything on that level, but I'll take you up on it when the time comes. Great. You bet. I owe you, man. Thanks.
What?
Well, not great. The blood was A positive.
common?
That's fairly common. But he did volunteer to send it to a lab in D.C. where they can do a DNA workup on it once we have a suspect's blood sample to compare it to.
So we just wait?
I guess we have to. We're gonna have to come up with a blood sample from everybody who was in the house that night. How are we gonna do that without letting Keith know?
Well, I guess we're back to police business.
What are you doing?
I'm getting on with police business. I mean, we can't continue with our conversation unless there's some progress in this case made. I know you.
So you're leaving?
I'm not leaving. I'm just pushing ahead. I mean, isn't eliminating 3 suspects progress enough for you?
They say that motivation is critical to good police work, but how are we going to eliminate 3 suspects?
Quickly. Hi, Daddy.
Hi, sweetheart. Oh, I can't tell you how wonderful it is to open a door and see you standing there. Come on, have a nightcap with us.
We can't stay that long, Mr. C.
Why not? Robert and Craig are here, and Kelly's having a wonderful time. It's like old times
Oh,
again.
well, Craig and Robert, that's more than we planned.
What?
Well, we'd like to talk to them if it's not a problem.
Something wrong?
Well, not really. It's just a little situation that came up.
Hi.
Hi. Listen, sorry to interrupt the party here, but
What is it? What's wrong?
it's nothing serious. A guy at the station had an accident. He may need an operation, and we're looking for possible blood donors. We need people with type A positive.
Hey, you came to the right place. That's me.
So you wouldn't mind if I gave them your name?
No, go right ahead.
Craig?
Sorry, B positive.
Well, I appreciate that, Robert. What about you, Kelly?
I don't know.
And Mr. C?
I'm B negative. This guy gonna be all right?
Probably. We're not even sure he'll need an operation. We're just trying to line up names in case.
Huh.
So, go on with your party, and we'll be out of here. See ya.
Where's Mama?
She's with a designer working on the wedding dress.
Oh, okay, well, tell her to give him hell.
Okay.
Bye. Bye. Why did you do that? You asked my father what his blood type was?
Well, so I ruled him out. It's too bad Cassandra wasn't here.
Yeah, well, I'll check her out tomorrow.
How?
I don't know. I'll think of something.
I'm sure you will. You've been doing very good so far.
So Robert's A positive.
Yeah. Unless I'm mistaken, that means Quinn would have been A positive, too. To check that out tomorrow along with Kelly.
Well, if Robert was involved in some way, why didn't he come forward?
Yeah, especially when Kelly was charged in Louisiana. I saw what he would go through for her. Even when he was sick as a dog, all he talked about was saving Kelly.
Well, at least we've done something.
Yeah.
What do you say we go home and find some way of taking our minds off our troubles?
Oh, I like the way she thinks.
And I have been trained to avoid value judgments, but I must say this is one of the most beautiful 387Ds I've ever seen.
Well, A. Bartlett, for once, I must agree with you. That this is obviously the gun that Cassandra Benedict saw in La Castillo's hot little hand. Otherwise, why would Cruz Castillo conceal it?
What I can't figure out, sir, is why they kept it at all. There's a big ocean out there.
Well, we're talking Eden Castillo. I'm sure it's got something to do with being wonderful. Oh, damn it, if that coroner hadn't lost a bullet, I could have her behind bars tonight.
This is still pretty damaging. And I'm almost sure you can get Officer Castillo on a 943K at least.
The shrink. Did you track her down?
Well, sir, as I told you, she was on vacation, so it wasn't easy to...
Since when is this job easy? You expect justice to be easy?
Who's in charge here? I'm looking for Keith Timmons.
That's her, sir, Dr. Lawrence.
Are you Keith Timmons?
Guilty.
Would you care to explain to me how you get the right to cancel my pension and revoke my license because I didn't fill out some stupid bureaucratic form 3 years ago? This is utterly outrageous, and I came back from vacation early just to have your hide.
You did this?
You were my inspiration, sir.
Well, it's very nice of you to drop by, Dr. Lawrence. You and I are going to have a long chat about your dealings with Miss Kelly Capra.
You pulled a stunt like that to coerce me into telling you about a confidential session with a patient?
Honey, she wasn't a patient. She's a police suspect. You work for the police, therefore you work for me. Therefore, I'm going to see a copy of that report anyway. So let's skip the outraged professionalism and cut to the chase.
I saw Kelly Capwell as a favor. That does not fall into your jurisdiction.
I'll take it to court if I have to.
I don't mind if you waste your time. And I'm gonna report this incident, pal. I don't take too well to threats.
I hate chicks like that. I want to know everything Kelly saw that night. And the good doctor's hypnosis is the most direct route.
Sir, I was hoping she would be intimidated into making a mistake, but it obviously didn't work. Legally, she's correct. That was a private session, and we have no right to the file.
So?
So, there's nothing more we can do?
A. Bartlett, that is something you never, ever say. I want a copy of that report on my desk first thing in the morning.
But how?
Oh, come on now. Do you have to be spoon-fed?
Sorry we missed you. Please leave a message when you hear the tone. Thanks.
Cruz, this is Jamie Lawrence. I think you should know that pig Keith Timmons is going after the file on Kelly's hypnosis. Call me, okay?
Oh. Well, I'd say we put in a good day's work.
Yeah. Maybe we should just kick back and relax or whatever.
I vote for whatever.
I'm glad to be back. I love you, sweetie.
I love you too, baby. I'm glad you're back, and I'm never, ever gonna let you go again. No matter what, not ever. Why don't you come upstairs and